Okay, we should be just about ready to start our 20th weekly live stream, which is so hard to think that we've done 20 of these now. Now, as you can see on my interface here, we are going to be getting into some Tekken action today with Tekken 6. More importantly, the scenario campaign of Tekken 6. So I'm really excited to get into the start of that. And this was a really unique take on the Tekken franchise because most people know this franchise as well as other fighting game franchises as just being, two players fighting side by side in a 2D world. And this whole mode was made to kind of throw people away from that and give them a different taste. And I think it achieved that goal, but without any further delay, let's get into it now. Oop. I was going to say, please don't bug out on me because I spent a lot of time before this getting everything ready because the PS3 was a pain in the neck to get to show up because for whatever reason the resolution on my television was automatically set to somewhere it was automatically set to 480 and I have no idea why, but that's just how it was for whatever reason. And then whenever I would get it to show up on the TV properly, there are these bars that I can't normally see because my TV is zoomed in, but there are these bars that would show up on Streamlabs, on OBS whenever I would go to set it up, even though I wouldn't see it on the normal TV. So that was kind of a pain to deal with, but luckily I got everything set up just in the nick of time. Joining into some Tekken 6 action here. Let me just put my stream in the various Discord servers that I'm in. Of course, Jin Kazama, the new head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Roja there. You have Zafina Mishima, who was kind of a new character to this series, as well as Leo, but they really don't play any role in the series other than to just be the newbies of this game, because in 7 their role is very, very minor. Hey Clam, how's it going? Also, guys, tell me if everything is showing up good, because it was a pain to get all this set up, like I said. So if there's anything that's out of place, let me know and I'll fix it. But if everything's good, then we'll be good to go. Looks good and sounds good? Nice. We got Paul Phoenix and Brian here. An unlikely rivalry in the Tekken series because it was always Brian and Yoshimitsu that had the rivalry, so this was kind of a unique twist on the whole story. And it seems like after their whole rivalry in Tekken 5 went down, it seems like they don't even acknowledge each other anymore, which is kind of funny. We've got good old Kazuya here, rocking a little mix of a military style with his Tekken 2 color palettes. Zafina, a new character. Nice, Tekken 6. Alright, so let's get into it here. Oh, how about that? Clam, thanks for the host. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go on the left, and we're going to jump into the scenario campaign. And What this is actually going to do for you, by the way, it's going to give you pretty much a history of the past 5 games up to this point, with some black and white little cutscene montages. It's going to show you what happened in every game up to this point, so I'll go ahead and let this play out just so you guys who may not be as familiar with the Tekken series have an idea what's going on. So this is Kazuya falling off the cliff in the first Tekken, or I mean rather Heihachi throwing him off. He's not exactly Father of the Year. I thought it was cool that they did a feature like this to where it was pretty much not flashback style, but just something quick, you know, to show you what had happened in the previous games. And it doesn't take a whole lot of time either, you know, because that was the first game, and here's Tekken 2. Yeah, this is where Kazuya starts to get more of his devil side in. Then, of course, the introduction of Jun Kazama. Oh, there's your daddy. You two need some serious family counseling. Oh, it's very possible. That sure was a cliffhanger. Alright, so then it fast forwards 10 years to Tekken 3, and this is where everyone thinks that Kazuya is dead. Yeah, there's more of Heihachi and his lust for power. And of course there's Ogre, who was very infuriating to battle in Tekken 3, might I add. And Jin Kazama there. This is his first introduction into the series, and he's since become the main protagonist, if you will. And then we fast forward several years later. And the plot for this is sort of similar to that horrible abomination of a Tekken film, which is the last I'll talk about it. But Jin was set out to kill Heihachi then, except for like with the previous Tekken lore, Heihachi wasn't directly responsible for what happened to Jun. It was Kazuya. Yeah, Tekken 3 was a pretty dark game. Then the fourth game only takes place 2 years later. And it actually opens with a flashback to the end of Tekken 2 where Heihachi tosses Kazuya into a volcano. And this is where Heihachi also finds out that Jin, like Kazuya, has the devil gene inside of him. And this is also where everyone finds out that Kazuya Mishima is in fact alive. So yeah, Tekken 3 was the only game that he was absent for. And then he makes a surprising return in 4. Not a lot of people expected that either, by the way. Yeah, this is, of course, the opening cutscene of Tekken 4, where Kazuya goes AWOL on the G-Force agents. Sorry, G-Force, wow. Tekken Force. I mixed a G-Corp and Tekken Force. Did not mean to do that. Where he goes AWOL on the Tekken Force agents. And of course, Heihachi, you know, his famous line of, "You deluded fool." And of course, Kazuya enters the tournament. And this was all part of Heihachi's plan, as you can see in the various endings of Tekken 4. You have either Kazuya's, where he beats Jin and Heihachi and becomes devil and pretty much rules the world. You have Heihachi's ending, where he captures both Jin and Kazuya and uses them for a devil experiment. Or you have this ending here that it's showing you, Jin's ending, where Jin fights both Kazuya and Heihachi, beats them, almost kills Heihachi right as soon as he grows his wings and transforms into a devil, but he sees this apparition of his mother that stops him, and this is where he flies away. And then this is where Tekken 5 begins, literally moments later. Like, right as soon as Heihachi and Kazuya regain consciousness, Tekken 5 begins. And this is still my favorite Tekken game in the whole series, if I'm being honest. It had, in my opinion, the best assortment of characters, the best story, a great twist in the beginning with everyone, thinking Heihachi was dead, Kazuya just being a complete jerk once again, and just leaving his own dad to die, and also one of the most infuriating bosses in fighting game history, Jinpachi Mishima. And of course there's the famous line that Raven delivers. And then in this story, Jin is kind of battling the two sides of himself, the devil and the human. And it may seem like he's successful at points, but there are points where, maybe it appears like he wasn't successful because of all that, happens with the devil part. And then, of course, as the temple that Kazuya and Heihachi were in before it exploded, that temple of course explodes to reveal Jinpachi Mishima being imprisoned underneath all of it, and then Jin goes to battle his great-grandfather, and then becomes the new head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Power is everything, yep. Man, I really do miss Tekken 5. Of course, this is telling you what happens in this game. And yeah, we have the new introduction of Lars Alexanderson, who is a Mishima in his own form. Not how Li Chaolon was, because Li was just adopted by Heihachi. Lars has Mishima blood inside of him, but I won't spoil the whole story because they do explain it later. And I don't know if this is going to take me, 1 or 2 streams, because there aren't a whole lot of locations on the map. The only way that the game really does it is it leaves a bunch of question mark places on the map, and you have to fight various characters throughout the series in order to recruit them, and then you can use them and customize them and upgrade them, because this game has a whole customization and upgrade system that I really do like, and it gives you a lot of options as to how you want to approach battles. Oh yeah, this is your first introduction. You don't get to choose here, really, but this is just kind of a tutorial that shows you how the scenario campaign works, because the whole scenario campaign idea... Sorry if you just heard my dog go crazy. Okay, calm down. The game's barely started. We haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. The dog's going crazy. She barks at neighbors all the time. I would hope after nearly 3 years of having her, then it would change, but not really. I can't say too much, though. I love that dog in pieces. I kind of wish you could get some Tekken Force customization gear for somebody like Lars. I feel like that would have been really cool. And here is the man himself. And this is very reminiscent of Kazuya's intro in Tekken 4. Though a lot less explosions. Alright, here we go. Well, here we kind of go. Oh yeah, I forgot they gotta introduce you to Elisa. Yeah, this is gonna be your partner for a majority of the game. And I do have to admit, I wasn't a fan of this character at first, but I really did like what they did with her. Oh yeah, the prologue, okay. I really did like what they did with the character. At first, I saw her as just kind of, there, there to fill a spot. But especially what they did with her character in this game and Tekken 7 as well, for that matter, I've become a lot more fond of the character. Doesn't mean I have a much better idea as to how to actually play as her, because, spoiler, she is a playable character in every game after Tekken 6, because this was her debut as well as Lars' debut, the guy you see right there. But I have become a lot more, I guess, invested in Elisa's character. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm great at playing as her. I'm definitely trying, don't get me wrong, but she's a little difficult to learn. Whereas some characters, as you'll see later, were much easier for me to learn. Hope you tried. Did not work too well for you, did it? It almost looks like he's wearing something that you would see in the Elder Scrolls games. That was just the first thing that popped into my head. Alright, let's go. One thing that I kind of wish too, instead of just having, one partner with you, because Elisa is actually your default partner for the maps no matter who you go into them as. Unless you go into them as Elisa herself, then Lars is your default partner. But I wish that they could have... Well, I wish there were two things that... Okay, so there are three things that would have made this better. First thing is if you could have chosen who you had your partner as. Now, don't get me wrong, I get that they wanted to get you invested into the new characters, and it worked, but I would have liked to have more availability as far as that's concerned. Second thing, make the Nightmare Train level, which I don't know if you'll see in this stream or not, I may have to get to that one next week. Make that level less insane, because it is the hardest level in the game, bar none. And the levels that I thought were tough before are a walk in the park compared to this. And third thing, what was I going to say as a third thing? I'm losing my train of thought. Oh, having people at the Tekken force like these guys here, or some type of soldiers with you as backup, because it would have felt more appropriate to what you were doing in this game, and it definitely would have made some of the stages more bearable if you had a meat shield in front of you. Something to take a little bit of the damage. Because, as far as I know, I don't know if this is actually accurate or not. Oh, Jax. Jax. Hey, look, claim it's your favorites. So, I don't know, by the way, because I was talking about a whole customization system in this game before, which you'll see a lot of later. I don't exactly know if you customize Elisa whenever she becomes your partner. I don't exactly know if her customizations stick whenever you're not playing as her. Yeah, so it's pretty much like the normal controls of a Tekken game, just in a 3D environment. So I don't know if the controls for Elisa actually, or sorry, not controls. If the customizations for Elisa actually stick when you're playing as her, it would be very convenient. Oh, my battery is out. Let me fix that. Sorry, I'm having to look at the screen and try to hook the controller on at the same time. It's not easy. So I don't know if the customizations will stick or not. I definitely hope so, but we'll see. Sorry, the thing bugged out again. I don't know why the PS3 controller always does this. Alright, so that's the tutorial area done. Alright, and you can actually play as these Jack robots in this game. I don't think I'm really going to do that, because personally, I've never been great as the big characters in these fighting games, and not just Tekken fighting games in general. I've never favored the big characters. However, one of my favorite characters in the Tekken series is actually King, who, those of you that know who he is, he's not what I would consider a Juggernaut style character. He's middle ranged, and those are the type of characters that I like. Not one. Preferably, I like the smaller but faster ones, but occasionally I do like the middle ranged, style characters that are definitely built but aren't humongous like Craig Marduk or the Jacks. Someone with the style of King or Brian Fury, size, that size I like on some occasions. There's a lot of cutscenes here at the beginning. Oh boy. Okay, and I love this picture here. I would love to get this as an actual background for my PlayStation if I could get it like that. Not just what it looks like whenever you go to the disc on the interface. And see, these bars are only here because it's a cutscene. You know, that I can manage, but the other bars that were there before, I had to find a way to get those gone. Luckily, I was able to right before the stream. So, no better time, I guess. I'm sure there's much better times, so I wouldn't have had to scramble last minute, but...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Main system boot sequence complete. Booting into safe mode.
Ominous. It's alive! Yeah, there isn't really a way to change this to English, or at least the audio. So you just kind of have to stick with the Japanese and the subtitles. Oh boy. See, this is when you realize that Elisa is not somebody that you want to screw with. And that makes her a deadly, deadly adversary. Oh boy. Except for when that happens. And for whatever reason, this works on a robot. Yeah, he's missing his little, the flaps on his cape. Whatever you call those. Yeah, I would get out of that place. Okay, are the cutscenes? Jeez. So many of these. There's less as it goes on, but there's a lot at the start. Here, I can just go past that one. That doesn't really matter. Does not really matter. Alright, can we get into the action? I want to punch some things. There we go. Alright, is this, that Brian stage? I believe it is, because Brian Fury is the first character that you face and recruit. So, I believe this is his stage. It looks very similar to it. If it's not, then I don't remember what this is. So, whichever of your enemies has the red arrow above their head, that's the one that you're targeting to switch. You can switch your targets easily. depending on where you're aiming. And if you want to switch targets, then just go toward another enemy. I probably should have saved that, in fairness. If I would have known it was that, then I would have. So, just run at him with a charge. Charge into him there. Yeah, she's not exactly... I was about to say she wasn't doing much, but she did there. Alright. Okay, yeah, this is not the Brian stage. I don't know why I thought it was. Alright, and you have all these journal entries too from Elisa. One of the characters can be unlocked for use in the game. Please select a character to unlock. Okay, so there are several characters in this game that I love. Some you can unlock early, some you can, some you would unlock later in the game. I'm gonna go with, I love King and Armor King, but getting them is not very difficult. So I'm gonna go with, who do I want to go with? I'll go with Kazuya. Wait, actually, do I want to go with Kazuya? No, I'll go with Heihachi. I'll go with Heihachi. Heihachi Mishima. And as I get more and more for the characters, then I'll customize them. So I'll use Lars for these first couple stages just to show him a little bit of love, and then I'll probably switch. Actually, I might use oh no, I'll use Lars for these first couple, and then I'll switch because you unlock a lot of the new characters in this game first, which is good, I guess. So, you can get all the new faces out of the way, so you're not confused later. Okay, yeah, this is Brian's stage. I don't know what I was thinking the other one was. I just forgot it was a tutorial of sorts. So yeah, the whole goal of it pretty much is you travel to various places around the world, you fight various characters in the series along with several generic thugs, you recruit them to your army to fight the big bad at the end. My controller's running out again, that's not part of the story. Alright, I don't know what was going on there. And that's pretty much how it goes. Let me make sure this thing's charging. Okay. Because I don't know why it said it wasn't. And there's Brian Fury, our first boss. Oh, and if these guys seem formidable now, just wait till later on. It gets a lot worse later on. And I'm not even that good with Lars. Lars is just a character that I happen to get a lot of combos with. Alright, and in these boxes are there are either guns, as you see over there, staves that you can use as melee weapons, which come in very, very much handy. Let's just decimate Brian from back here. I can't even see him. By the way, Elisa can get defeated in this mode. A way that you can help that situation, I guess, or not help it, but a way that you can remedy it is you can resurrect her one time, but after you resurrect her one time, if she falls, if she gets defeated a second time, then it's just you on your own. Alright, and I knew that I could get a trophy by doing the thing with the gun, so that's why I went ahead and did it. And like I said, also, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, I'm not going for all the trophies, I'm just going to complete the story. And all these journal entries of Elisa's, you can go back in the gallery and read them as you please. Oh yeah, so you just have Eddie and Nina here. Oops, I accidentally pressed start. Pretty much Eddie Gordo and Nina Williams are the top lieutenants for Jin Kazama in this game, and you do fight them pretty late in the game. And actually, speaking of fighting, here is the arena where you can hone your skills, so that's a good feature. Let's switch characters. Alright, we gave Lara some attention. Now let's go to one of my favorite characters in the Tekken series. We'll give Heihachi plenty of love, I promise. But for now, I want to showcase Brian Fury, because he is also a favorite of my characters in the Tekken series. Or, sorry, a favorite of mine, should say. Fumbled the words a little bit there. But it was always Brian, Heihachi, the two kings, and Yoshimitsu were the ones that I really, really liked using. And then when it came to the later Tekken games, so 5 and onward, I really did like using Raven, who was in this game as well. So I'll probably showcase him once or twice if I get to that point. Okay. Alright, and Brian, for those of you who know the Tekken series, Brian is half robot, so these guys, in theory, are at a heavy disadvantage, but hopefully I'll be able to put some... Hopefully I'll be able to back up my mouth there. And you can also knock enemies into the water as well, but be careful, because you have just as much chance of falling into the water as your enemies do. And if you fall into the water, it is an automatic death, and you lose. And if Elisa falls into the water, regardless of whether or not she has already been defeated one time, you want to save this gun, by the way, and carry it with you for the boss. If Elisa has fallen into the water, then regardless of whether or not she has already been defeated, she will instantly die, and there's no coming back until you beat the stage. So it isn't like an RPG. If she dies in one of these stages, she's not dead forever. Because like I said, she's your partner throughout a majority of the game. So regardless of how many times she gets defeated, as long as you clear the stage, she'll come back. Oh, I knew he was going to go with a down one there. And yet I still fell for it. Alright, I'm going to try to get him with a running charge here, and that worked. Alright, go back there for the gun. These guns are handy. They may seem like cheap items, but especially later in the game, they are very, very handy. And you do want to pay attention to your time limit up at the top of the screen as well, in between the two health bars. Yeah, your time is very important. Your time does count as an automatic death if you do run out of it, so just be mindful of that. Alright. So yeah, if you don't go where the boss is carrying a weapon, if there's not one there for you already to use, then you don't get to use it. Yeah, this is one of the new characters of this game as well. I didn't really like Miguel Roja, if I'm being honest. Especially, I mean, the appeal was there, but the execution of the character was not done well. Let's blast him away, Oh, this is appropriate for Brian. This is appropriate. Alright, got the money. And that is Miguel done. Alright, 147 G's. Oh, sorry, 147 G's. Elisa's AI has increased to level 2. So the further you go on, the better Elisa will actually be as well. She kind of levels up with you in that sense. This is Dragunov, I believe. Sergei Dragunov. It's one of 3 characters. It's either Lily, Sergei Dragunov, or the Jack in this game, which in this case is Jack 6, of course, being the 6th Tekken game. And thankfully, there were no Jacks in Tekken 4. Although in the Tekken 7 story mode, you actually did a flashback to the Tekken 5 opening, and fought several of the Jack 4s. Speaking of Jacks, yeah, this is probably the Jack 6 stage then. You fought several of those Jacks as Heihachi and Kazuya, and that was one of my favorite sequences in the whole series, so I'm glad that you were actually able to play that. Yeah, you can't exactly go to that yacht, but yeah, just seeing all these big Jacks now tells me that this is the Jack 6 stage. And it is close to the water, so like I said, be careful of that. Whoa, I didn't know they were going to land right there. It says my thing is charging. I don't know why it keeps telling me that the battery's low. Alright, let's go. Boom! Alright, that took care of him. Oh, he missed. Good, he whiffed on his first attack. The controller's actually... Okay, the controller actually messed up that time, so I'm just glad he didn't attack me. What is this? Save this for the boss, because Jack 6 is actually pretty tough. Well, not pretty tough, but he's not your average Joe, put it that way. And anyone who's played the Tekken games will tell you the Jacks were a pain to fight against, especially these. Boom! And if you can knock him into the water, then it's very, very beneficial, because boom, right there, means I don't have to deal with him anymore. How about that? So the water stages can definitely help you, but they can be just as much of a hindrance as they are a help. Alright, so grab this gun. Good thing I didn't use it. And Elisa fell in the water. Great. I just realized that. Because her health bar is completely gray and she's not here. Great. Please tell me the boss is just right here. Of course not. I could lose here. I could lose. I didn't expect Elisa to fall in the water. In fact, I gotta be careful that I don't fall in. Maybe I'll have to resort to using the gun. Hopefully I won't. I don't think there's another one of those big Jack things left, or whatever you call them. Okay, good. Chicken. Another chicken. Something that I utilized a lot in the Tekken 4 Tekken Force mode. Alright, that took care of all of them. Okay. Whoa! Knock him in the water, knock him in the water, knock him in the water, knock him in the water. Come on, Brian! Yes! Alright, got him with the trip. No! Work! Sorry, the controller messed up again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. No, not again, not again, not again, not again, not again. Please work. Why does that keep happening? Okay, any mess up that I have, I can officially blame it on the controller messing up. I don't know why it's happening. Oh, jeez. How many of these guys are there? I don't remember there being 3. Whoa! Fall! 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 Thank you. Oh, jeez. I can't even see now. Whew! Okay, please be some health in these. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Okay. Should be just me and good old Jack now. Well, the boss Jack, anyway. Yep, there's the, there it is. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is gonna be hard now. I'm trying to get to that weapon, but I can't. Oh no, I didn't want to do his grab. Wait, chicken! Yes, that helps! No, just attack him. I don't need to attack anybody else, just attack him. Yes! Whew! Okay, clear. And I didn't even need a Lisa for that. But yeah, I definitely don't think I'm going to complete the story mode tonight, but we should be able to get a good way through it. And this is Lily, I believe. I mean, I'm just judging off the title Queen's Harbor. So that's what I'm assuming is going on here. Oh man, this is fun. I forgot how enjoyable this was. Just going around and cleaning house with everything. I mean, that's true. Brian really does have nothing better to do. I mean, it's not like he can just, get a job working fast food over the counter. I don't think they hire half robots. There's his classic move from Tekken 3, which I fell victim to so many times. Trying to fix the thing. Okay, let me see. This thing... Okay. Should be better now. I don't know why it was so messed up before. Yeah, this kind of tells me that it's Lily's stage. 1, based on the name, and 2, the opponents. You can kind of figure that out sometimes. You can figure out where you are and who you're going to be fighting, because it doesn't actually tell you automatically. You either know when you see them, or whenever you can sometimes figure it out beforehand. Yeah, Lily is not a character I will be using, I'm sorry. I did not care for Lily's character at all. Dragunov's character had a cool backstory, but that was really all he had going for him. Oh, I need that drink. Yes! Oh, come on. Boom! Oh, I love that grab. Alright, Lily should be close. Speaking of which... Get ready, sweetheart. Yeah, I don't even know if I need a weapon for this, because Lily is actually pretty easy. So Brian, he's onto something here. Lisa, it would help if you got these guys off my back. I don't think you can grab the bosses. Like I said, pretty easy. And then Dragunov is next. And then one of the characters that Tekken 2 players will actually recognize. Well, Tekken 2 and onward players. Because I don't believe this character was in the original Tekken. Yeah, Lily is not, a character that was anything significant to the series. She really wasn't. And, so, Dragunov is up here, and then we get a pretty significant character up here. Terminal 7, and then I'll probably switch characters after this one. So yeah, I'm probably only going to customize maybe 3 characters in this game, 3 or 4, but probably no more than that. I'm going to customize my mains, then that's probably it. But yeah, this is Dragunov's stage, I can tell. Because he's a Russian military character, and these guys, their military style, so you can sort of tell, even if you didn't already know. Well, maybe not if you didn't already know, because you may not know who the character is. But if you know who the character is, then maybe you can tell. But I was sort of able to, I had to imagine, not knowing before. What's in this thing back here? Oh, just a chicken. I didn't need that. Boom! Yeah, the chickens act as your health in this game. And that was similar to how the Tekken 4, Tekken Force mode, as well as the Tekken 5, Devil Within mode acted. They had chickens as your health. Okay, now I'm just getting flashbacks to the cow and chicken show. Any of you guys remember that TV show? It was an obscure one, to say the least. Take that. Oh, it is really similar to Tekken 4, so I can see why you would think that. No, I didn't want to pick up the gun. Don't want to use the gun, I want to save it. The only difference is you don't fight combat at the end. Actually, I don't even think... Why did that happen? I don't even think combat's in this game. I'm pretty sure it's still Mokujin. And then for whatever reason they have Mokujin and combat in Tekken Tag 2. But I mean, I guess that makes sense because they're wanting to include all the characters they can. It really doesn't matter if story will make sense or not. Okay, is there anything useful in these? Nuts! So yeah, like I was saying last time, be careful about falling in the water, because apparently Tekken characters can't swim. Oh, yes. Boom! Oh, I love that. Yeah, it was funny, because even in the Tekken 4, even in the Tekken Force mode, they would say, whenever you got the chicken health, the announcer would even say, chicken. And it was just really weird. Because at first I didn't realize what it was. Okay, that guy looked like Deadpool just then for a minute. Looked like he had Deadpool's mask on. Oh boy. Oh man, I forgot this thing was here. Chicken, give it to me. Oh no, Brian, get away from the water, get away from the water. I would almost prefer being cornered because at least it's a little bit safer. Alright, Sergey, where are you? Elisa, so help me if you fall in the water again. Okay. Boom! Yeah, these people are like rent-a-cops at this point. Because that's their difficulty, but if they do surround you, then they can be difficult to battle. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab the gun. Because you do actually want to use that against Dragunov, because he is tougher than Lily. I'll say that. And wow, there's nothing here. Oh, I wanted to knock him into the water. But maybe it's glad that I didn't, that didn't work out, because then that probably would have chanced me falling in. Alright, Sergey, let's go. Oh, it's a flamethrower this time. How about that? Come on, I already killed you in the Tekken movie in less than a minute. Let's see if I can repeat myself there. That felt like less than a minute to me. Though granted, I did have a flamethrower to help me out. Yeah, the flamethrowers are very, very useful in this, especially if you get surrounded in the later stages. Really, any type of weapon is your savior. Alright, so now that we're getting into the more story parts here, I'm actually going to switch up characters because I've never actually seen these two interact, and these two characters have a history, so I want to have that interaction. Alright, let's get out of here. Hey kid, how you doing? Hey, you guys better move. Why does he look like he has a Cullen haircut? I don't know why that's what I'm thinking.
怪我はないようだな。俺は君とかなり親しかったみたい。
Alright, so yeah, this is, kind of your, I guess, military buddy throughout the whole thing. But you can't exactly play as him, so he's kind of insignificant. Not because you can't play as him, but his role is just really, really minor. Yeah, I always pronounce his name Togu, but I may have said that wrong.
そうだ。待ってくれ。冗談だよな。戸惑うのも無理はない。だが事実だ。あの日お前は三島財閥の重要拠点であるあの研究所を急襲した。だがそこで予期せぬことが起こった。G社の介入だ。あの惨状を見た時にはどうなることかと思ったが。
God, I want a sword like that. Okay, at least his AI is increased, and now we're going to switch up characters. As you can see, we unlocked a couple of question marks up there. Those are areas that we will get to later. Alright, so let's switch up characters for now. I may go back to Brian at one point. I may decide to customize him, but for now, we got to go with Heihachi Mishima. Because I want to see how he interacts with the boss of this particular stage. Who is this boss? I guess you'll just have to stick around and find out. At least I hope I'm in the right place. I really hope I'm in the right place. Because it's going to be really embarrassing if I'm not. Okay, good. I was worried for a minute. Why do they have all this help at the beginning? It's almost like it's a tease. It's like there aren't even any enemies yet. Why do we need this? But then it's like, oh, wait, yes, there are enemies. Alright, so Heihachi kept his move style from the previous Tekken games. And I don't know what they did, by the way. Whatever they did in Tekken 7, to where in the Mishima Saga story, they added a completely different thing to where... Oh no. No. I can't have the controller bugging out on me again. They added a completely different thing to where the characters... the way that they would play in normal arcade battles was completely different to how they would play in the story, and I just didn't like that personally. Yeah, and Heihachi was one of the characters that they really changed for the story mode of that game. And I liked the story overall, apart from its ending I was a little ticked off at. Mainly because I wish the roles in that scene were reversed. I won't spoil anything in case anybody hadn't seen it. but I wish the roles were reversed. Those of you who've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Oh man, I'm about to lose. That's okay, because I can blame the controller messing up. Wait, can I go around the other side? Because there was health at the very beginning there on both sides, and I want to see if I can go back there. And I can't. Lovely. And I have right about 3 minutes to try and beat the boss. And I'm not even to him yet. Okay, good. Green chicken. And if you see, you know, what a classic chicken, or sorry, not classic chicken, wow. What a traditional chicken would normally look like, that is your full health. Alright, I can't bust any of these. I'm at an okay health spot, but I'm still kind of nervous. Because this stage is actually kind of tough. Especially if I just kick the air. Alright, got the treasure box there. Oh man, that did definitely not help things. That certainly did. And is it the boss time? Yep, Wang Jinrei. And these, that was actually the same words that Kazuya said to Heihachi right before he killed him. Spoilers, I guess. Even though the game's about 2 years old. So that was a nice bit of a callback that they did there to those words. I mean, I'm guessing it was for callback's sake. Maybe it wasn't, but I'm gonna go with that it was. I mean, it could have been just mere coincidence, but as the teacher in Incredibles would say, I think not. Or sorry, let me say the complete quote. Coincidence, I think not. That was fun doing the Incredible stream. I'm just remembering that now. That was a really fun time. Maybe I'll revisit that game. Because you can actually get it on the PlayStation Store for about $9 or $10, I believe. Alright, so we've now recruited Wang Jinrei. And who do we have here? West District, 13th Avenue. I cannot remember who's here, but I think if I get a look at the place, I'll figure out who it is. I want to at least unlock all my favorite characters. And it's good that most of them are at the beginning parts, so I should be able to do it pretty quickly. In all honesty, I cannot remember who this is. Guess we'll find out. Oh boy. Alright, powered up. Oh, some of the stages I should mention, by the way, don't have unlockable characters or character bosses. Oh, Paul Phoenix! But this one does, and it's actually good that I'm charged up, so hopefully I can go ahead and get a bit of damage done to him while I'm like this. And as I say that, it runs out. Oh, Paul's running away! Oh boy. Okay, let's save this. Oh yes, the famous headlock. Boom! Don't know how you're still alive after that. Alright, come on, Paul, where are you? Alright, got him there with the uppercut. I tried to get him with the down one. He was ready for it. Got him that time. Get out of the way, robot girl. Alright, got him with the back two. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is the Paul part. Oh wait, does that mean I lost the weapon? It probably does. Isn't that just fantastic? Oh, Paul's still about becoming, he's still about becoming #1 in the universe. And he didn't even, he regained all his health back. The good thing is, none of his cronies, I was about to say none of his cronies are really joining in the fight, but I spoke way too soon there. Whoa! Alright, got a little bit of egg there for health. Alright, got the full chicken there. Bring it, Phoenix! Whoa, he sent both of us flying in the air. No! Yes! Ooh, got him just in time. Yeah, you can just take a siesta, Elisa. Okay, so now we have Paul Phoenix, who I may decide to use. Don't know. I may use him one time, but I've never been a big Paul Phoenix fan. I mean, not to say that he's a bad character or anything. I like the character. He's definitely unique, but there are just other characters I would use. Okay, I definitely want to go here. Actually, I'll go ahead and go here now because one of my favorite characters is here. So I'll go ahead and unlock him. Oh, this actually would have been the place to use Paul now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, he missed the stomp. I was hoping I'd get him with that. Oh, these guys have mastered the art of blocking. Soya! Love that move by Heihachi. Whoa! I thought he was about to go for the headlock there, but he did like a karate chop to the throat. And boom! There we go. Now, this boss can actually be kind of tough in the earlier parts of the game, but I want to see if I can just go ahead and get it done now, because it does give you some very, very valuable characters. And notice how I said characters. That, of course, implies that this mission will give you more than one character to use. What is Elisa doing? This is not a dance, as Liam Neeson Ra's al Ghul would say. This is not a dance. I need to watch Batman Begins again. That is a good movie. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, when they see The Dark Knight, they kind of forget about Batman Begins. Oh, how about this? King and Craig Marduk. Craig Marduk, I don't really care for him, personally. I mean, he's okay. But King is one of my favorite characters throughout the series. In fact, he might actually be my favorite character. Oh, I was hoping I'd move out of the way. That is a vicious attack. Let's get Marduk out of the way first, because he's arguably more dangerous. While Elisa tackles King, I will be handling Craig Marduk. Oh, as if the two of them alone wasn't bad enough. I don't know how you're able to pick up somebody this big, old man. Especially for being in your 80s and 90s. I'm trying to kick some of the other guys so I can get some chicken. That sounded really weird, just thinking about that. Let's see, am I at least back in the gym? Okay, good. Okay, good, I got rid of that. Elisa still got destroyed, but at least I dodged. And I'm also mainly doing this one because Marduk is more dangerous, and I don't want to fight my favorite character. And actually, Marduk's pretty close to down. At least I can get him out of the way. Alright, and beating him gave me some chicken. Boom! Why is it messing up? Ooh, I got a weapon now. King, why is it doing this? You punk! I'm blaming the controller. I couldn't move. Hadouken! Oh no, that's not a Hadouken. It just reminds me of a hilarious video. I know that wasn't a Hadouken move. I was just making a reference. Alright, so now we have... headset's kind of hurting me a little. Now we have King and Marduk, as you can see there. And I'm probably going to use King right away, honestly, because I just love King so much. King is my homeboy. Actually, here, can we customize people? Let's see what we can do for customization. Anything to increase health, I will take. And I won't customize their default loadouts just because I love them in those skins. But I will customize their secondary loadouts. Oh, I don't have nearly enough to pay for anything. But let's see. Do I want to customize that model, or here, what's this one? I didn't realize he had a player 3 model. I guess I'll customize that one. No, I'll customize his one that has the hoodie. That'll just be easier to find. Because I don't know what you press to get the player 3 model. Do I have anything I can equip? I do not. Okay, head, doesn't really do anything. Glasses. Okay, doesn't do anything. anything here that will, that's like the hero cape he has in Tekken 7. Don't think we need to see that, thank you. Yeah, I don't think we have enough to really get anything for people yet, so we'll just go ahead and jump back into the matches. Let's go ahead and switch to King, because I want to use him. Gotta show off my favorite character. Okay, I think this is martial law. I believe so anyway. I believe this is martial law. Because it said Chinatown. So this could be martial law, but I might be wrong. Oh, yep, this is him. I can already tell because there's a pig right there in front of me. Out of my way, pig. Boom! Oh, this feels good. This feels good. That did not feel so good. Oh, yes. There's the move I love so much. Boom! Alright, I guess I keep going this way, because it kind of directed me that way. Save the weapon for law. Okay, grab this thing here, make sure I take it with me. Out of my way, pigs. Whoa! It's the three bros! They're here! I don't know how they made it all the way into the Tekken games. Okay, good. Give me that. It's not exactly the chicken I was wanting, but... Give me that egg. Okay, now, see what's tough about this is I'm trying to see the difference between a real chicken and the chicken that gives me health, which is not easy. I mean, I'm sure it's easy for some, but not for me. For some reason it's saying the battery's running low again. Don't know why that keeps happening. Okay. Oh no, 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 it's messing up again, messing up again. Okay. Please tell me I can go back and get the weapon. Oh, there's two weapons, nice. I think they had, what, 20 uses each? Okay, so I can use one here against these things. So I don't lose too much health against them, and then I can use the other one against Law. Assuming it's not one of those things where it'll just transport you to another place. Why do I get the bad feeling that might be what's going on? I would have given that chicken to Elisa. And yep, we're going to another place, so I'm probably going to lose this weapon. Okay. And martial law. You have a funny way of treating customers. Yeah, I'm guessing those guys in Tekken 4 who said your food sucks weren't necessarily respectful customers. I'm sorry, but Law's ending in Tekken 4 was just the most hilarious cutscene ever. Go watch it if you haven't. It will definitely give you a laugh. Sorry, Aaron, I hate to do this to your favorite character, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Actually, he's... I don't even think he's here right now. Alright, got him cleared out of the way, so now I won't have to worry about the fake chickens anymore. Alright, so we have martial law. Elisa's AI increased. Let's go ahead and take care of the ones in this top corner. Because the way the map's going to work, it's going to go over this way. And not up there in the top left. So let's go ahead and get rid of these two. Abyss Gate, Lost Cemetery. Ooh, Lost Cemetery. I'm going to want to go here. So I'll go ahead and take care of the Abyss Gate first. I think it's Leo that's here, if I'm not mistaken. But I want to go to the Lost Cemetery because another one of my favorite characters is there. I do remember that. I do remember that. Actually, kind of a fun fact. If you go into a stage with a character where that said character is the boss, you know, say for example, I went into a stage with Heihachi, you know, where Heihachi is the boss, you know, which is actually pretty soon in this, and I may get to that tonight, I don't know. But say I went into that stage, rather than having a dialogue with yourself, you would just skip right into the fight. Oh wait, no, this is Steve. This isn't Leo. This is Steve. By the way, Steve Fox is not a character I am good with in the slightest. His style was very, very perplexing for me to use. Okay, I remember that weapon is here. Can you pick it up, King? Thank you. And the floor is about to collapse, but I want to try to get around it. Never mind. Okay, I want to save that weapon for Steve, because we fall about 3 floors, I think it is. I don't know. I may want to use Brian if King, if he doesn't pan out in this stage, because Brian, I feel like, would be a good character here. Oh, no. No, I don't want an update. No, I'm trying to grab him. It's telling me I'm unhooked again. It's the worst time for this to happen. Elisa, really? I suppose I'll go ahead and wake her up. I guess it's a good thing I did it now, because if she would have done that, she's about to die again, so I don't know what the point is. No! The controller bugged out! The controller bugged out! I blame that on the controller completely. Hey, Gaia Knight, how's it going? I'm just about to rage over some Tekken. Why did I drop the weapon? Why did I drop the weapon? King, come on, help me! And the grabs do not work against bosses. Note to self. Chicken! Pick it up. Come on. I can do this. Oh, no. Come on. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. I tried, but man, It would help if Elisa doesn't die in the second round of the stage, so she can be with me in the final fight. Yeah, King was another of my favorites too. Though, I want to experiment with something. I want to try using another character here, because I want to experiment with something. I want to try using Brian here, because I said earlier I feel like he would be a good character here, and he certainly did serve me well before, so let's bring him out again. For some reason I was thinking this was Leo's stage. No idea why. I think Leo's is up closer to where Armor King's is. And Armor King was another character I liked using as well. Both of the Kings I liked. Yoshimitsu I liked, though it took me a while to get the hang of that character. Brian I liked, and Heihachi was another favorite. Oh, wow, Elisa! She sent that dude flying. Let's go this way. See, I never really played the Soul Calibur series that much. I do know that Yoshimitsu was in Soul Calibur 2, I believe is the game he was in, as well as Link from the Legend of Zelda series. But I never got the chance to play Soul Calibur. I really do want to, because, you know, it's got some of my favorite characters in it, so I am interested to try it out, definitely. And I believe even, it was either Darth Vader or Yoda that was in one of the versions of Soul Calibur 2. Okay, I want to save this. Because I know that, based on which version of Soul Calibur 2 you owned, whether it was the PS2, the GameCube, or the Xbox, there were different exclusive characters. I'm pretty sure Link was only in the GameCube version, and I think the Star Wars characters were only in the PS2 version, though I could be wrong about that. And those boxes still stayed intact somehow. Oh, 4 was the one that had Star Wars? Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm not entirely familiar. I do know a couple of the characters. I know Killick, I know Maxie, I know Nightmare. But not as familiar with the series as I'd like to be. Alright, is this... No, this is not where Steve jumps in. If Elisa can... She hasn't died yet. Though I'm about to. Why is it the same? My controller's unhooked again. No, get away from me! Oh, no. Okay, can you just get him off my back for a minute while I get some health? And none of these guys have health, do they? Nope, that didn't work. Worked for the first two guys, and not so much after that. Alright, let's try that again. Because Elisa actually survived that time. So let's try that again. Alright, bring it! I remember this was one of the stages where I always did struggle a bit. Hopefully it won't be too bad. And Steve was never a character that I could get. I was never really good with Steve. Really because his style was just so different. Okay, so I gotta go over here for this thing to trigger. And of course run back. Although, while we're on the topic of tough stages, the Mishima Zaibatsu Tower, that's very close to the end of the campaign, where you're fighting first Nina, and then Jin, and then you fight Elisa, the girl beside me. You fight her 1 versus 20, because she has a bunch of guys backing her up, and that is insanely difficult. It may not be as bad for some people, but I spent weeks trying to beat that stage. Alright, so I went ahead and got this stuff. Alright, maybe this will actually help me a bit, if this dude will get out of my way. Oh, I didn't really want to use the chicken now, but maybe it's a good thing I did, because I don't think it would have stayed there. Yeah, and if I get in... Oh, that thing's hidden back there. I see you, I see you, I see you, and I can't get to you. What is this? I see it, but I can't get to it. Okay, now I can get to it. I was gonna say, that is just mean if they lay that thing back there to where I can't get it. And she died. Again, I didn't even realize she was right there. I just pressed the kick button. I wasn't even trying to wake her up. I didn't even realize she was there. I mean, this isn't mandatory to beat the story, so I might not even do it. You know, if it takes too long. She died again, really? These guys have mastered blocking. Something I can't do, apparently. Chicken! And all that chicken is gone. Wait, egg! I see an egg. Chicken. Oh, great. Okay. All out attack Steve. Nope. Nope! Pick up the weapon! Brian! No, 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 no! That was close. That was close. Alright, I'll try this one more time, and if I can't get past it, I'll probably just leave it for now. I might come back to it later. Because you don't have to do it to complete the story. Do I want to use a different character here? You know what? Let's experiment. Let's experiment. I'm probably going to regret this, but I said I was never a big fan of Paul, but you know what? He's going to get his chance to shine here. He's going to get his shot. And if he screws it up, forget it, he's out. But he's going to get his shot. He's going to get a shot. See, I feel like some of these characters, one of the three mains there on the screen could have been a good character if they wanted to be in Soul Calibur. No, what are you doing? Attack him. Working out so far. Though then again, that is some of the easiest enemies right there, so that would be beyond sad if it didn't work. Alright, got him. But maybe I should have picked Steve so I wouldn't even have had to worry about fighting him. Maybe that would have been better. Because I want to try to unlock everybody, but if I can't, you know, maybe I won't be too torn up about it. I mean, not that I'm really going to use Steve, you know, just for completionist's sake. Okay, go over here. Alright, let's go. I'm powered up. Come on. Show them why you're the toughest in the universe. Oh wow, that's a good kick. Wow, maybe I was too harsh on Paul. Because he just did that whole stage flawlessly. Maybe I was too mean to Paul. This is working out. Oh, yeah, the mod did that thing. Sorry, I forgot about that. Oh, crap, Elisa's out. Wait, chicken. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I gotta get the thing back in. Okay. For some reason, it keeps getting unhooked. Okay, wake up, Elisa. Wake up. Alright, come on. Come on. I can do this. Will Paul be the unborn hero tonight? Will he be the underdog? I've never been good with the character, but will he shine in this moment? No, the controller's messing up again! The worst moment for that to happen. God, I swear, the controller bugs out every time. Okay, I am going for that again. Hey, Cyber, how's it going? I'm going for that again. Okay, you know what? Is this thing got enough battery? Yeah, alright. Yeah, I wasn't originally going to use Paul, but he proved that he could hold his own for a bit there until the controller crapped out on me. I'm going to try that again, because that almost worked. I think that's the best I've done, ironically enough. Alright, I'll try Law after this. Depending on where we go. Because if I end up going to the Lost Cemetery next, then I want to use King there, because it'll be King against Armor King. Oh, nice. Alright, thank you, Elisa. Yeah, it's good that we can all get together in one stream, finally. Glad the gym went well for you, Aaron. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I wanted to keep this a surprise because I knew we had some Tekken fans here, so I didn't want to spoil it. Oh, there was really no need to go over there and grab him. He was ready for me there. Alright, where's the other one? Yeah. I did just unlock Law before this, so I'll try him out. Please, just... Elisa, please don't die. Is that too much to ask? Apparently it has been throughout this whole game. Okay, one more, and then... he just completely evaded out of the way. How's the controller so low again? Hold on. I don't know why this keeps happening. This controller bugs out on me again. So help me. See, at least in some other games when it does this, it would at least pause the game to let me know that it's messing up, but not here it doesn't. Definitely doesn't do it here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just leave it on low battery for this fight. Okay, so sometimes Steve will activate and sometimes he won't. Don't know why. But I'm just gonna go full out assault on him. Because you don't actually have to beat the other guys. Oh my gosh. Come on. Boom! Paul Phoenix, the unborn hero. How about that? Paul proved his own. He proved his worth. How about that? Now, let's hope he's not a one-trick pony. I may use him again after this. See, PS4, it does not happen for me at all. It's only the PS3 that it happens with. I've been debating on whether or not I want to start a Patreon, actually. Okay, where are we going next? Oh wait, so, alright. So Lost Cemetery's up here. I'll take care of Armor King down here. And then, I swear this thing's getting on my nerves. And then, I believe it's Xiaoyu and Panda that are down here. So, I'll take them next, and then I'll keep going along the right side of the map. We gotta do a King versus Armor King, though. Gotta have that. Okay. One thing that is kind of unfortunate, though, that I wish you could have done is that I wish you could have had more. You would have had more availability for your default partners than just Elisa, because the only other option for a default partner that you had was Lars if you end up picking Elisa as your main character, and then Raven for a little bit of the story at the end after Elisa supposedly died. But, I don't know. I just wish you could have had more than just Elisa, personally. I mean, I get that they were trying to get you invested in the character, you know, to make her quote-unquote betrayal towards the end of the game seem more real, but I don't know. Oh, that dude got in the way and stopped me. Yep. One thing that got on my nerves about the PS4 controller is that with some games, especially Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 was really bad for this. They would have audio that would come out of the actual controller speakers, and it would be obnoxiously loud. And I really didn't like that, especially when I tried to record some things for that game. I initially tried to, and then the whole problem with the audio coming out of that controller just completely messed it up. I don't know if that's a feature I can change, but so far I haven't been able to find a feature that allows me to change that. Alright, I see weapons there. Why the... Battery! Work for me! Thank you. Okay, this is a flamethrower, I believe. I don't want to waste it yet. I mean, unless it just... I don't think it transports me to another area. What do we have here? Just item acquired. So help me if this thing does not stop. Alright, Aaron, go ahead. We'll still be here. Hopefully not here as in this stage. It'd be bad if I was still in this stage, but, well, I don't know. I actually can't remember how long this stage is. So, come back here. He moves really slow when he has the gun. Oh, he blocked it. Yeah, That move in Tekken 7 gets me out of a lot of jams. King's the down and elbow, it's the down forward 3. That gets me out of a lot of jams. Oh, okay, so for a second I thought I heard the Elisa death noise. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. She's dead already? Okay, so this thing has 80 bits of ammo in it. Armor King should be... He should be really close. Alright, let's go. Nope, I don't get to keep the weapon. Crap. No weapon for me. Okay, let's go. Oh boy, King and Armor King, here we go. Yeah, this is not the Armor King that he lost before the Tekken 4 game started. This is that Armor King's brother, so Armor King 2.0. And what's funny about this whole thing is even though Marduk is the one to have killed the first Armor King, he and King are all buddy-buddy by the time this game happens. Yeah, the Metamorph trap card, I remember that. Whoa! Oh, jeez. Caught me by that move again. Alright. Luckily that wasn't too bad. Okay, so we'll see what Armor King's like. Yeah, convoluted association. That's, I guess, the best way you can say it. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch to Armor King. And I think the one down here that we're missing is the Xiao Yu and Panda, which never gonna use either of those characters because I never really cared for them. But it is what it is. And especially Panda, I really didn't... Honestly, Panda just seemed like filler to me. I mean, I get that it's not, that she and Kuma are supposed to at least have, some type of a friendship. Well, I don't know, Panda, because it's the same thing as Kuma, but it's a different animal and a different story. The exact same moveset as Kuma, too. I get the point. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Panda and Xiao Yu are here. I mean, that does make Tekken one of the most unique fighting games. The fact that you can play as a panda, a bear, a half-robot and Brian Fury, wrestlers in jaguar masks with the two kings. And it gives you a lot of variety of options. And here's Xiao Yu. I'm going to save this thing. Actually, I don't think I even can. But I don't think I need it for it regardless. Oh, Panda's in it too! Wait, is this all the stage is? Because if it is, then I may just... Get out of here, bear. Okay, so Panda is down. I think it's just Xiao Yu that's left. Yeah, I think it transports you to another area, so I don't think you can keep the weapon anyway, so I'll go ahead and use it. Watch me be wrong and then be caught with my pants down. That'll be embarrassing. Fighters Megamix? I don't think I've ever played that game. Okay, I grab this. Actually, there isn't any staff left. That's probably why it vanished. Oh, it's on the Sega Saturn? Oh, see, I never owned a Sega Saturn. Oh, and I wasn't transported to another area. Oh, man, she moved right under me. That would have been such a good time for that. Oh, that would have been so good. There's revenge for it right there. Okay, evader on these guys. I'm gonna go grab that chicken right quick so nothing goes wrong. Get out of my way. Boom! Oh, yes! You are done after that. And see, at first, before this game came out, and we had Tekken 4 and 5 where Armor King was dead, I was really disappointed because that was, another one of my favorite characters. Even though people would argue that he's not too different from King, I would counter that argument, for the rest of my life. Who is here? I can't remember. I cannot remember who's here. I mean, there are some slight differences, and just their moveset alone has some differences to it. King doesn't have all the moves that Armor King does, and vice versa. And just their stories are different. I cannot remember who's here. This looks like the place where Hwoarang would hang out. Though I don't know if it's him or not. And see, that move they both share, but there are still some other unique grabs that only Armor King has. Oh, even knocked down that guy in the back. How did that one in the front not die? Oh, nice. Got the tackle there. Sorry, I got distracted by the battery low and I wanted to make sure everything was working. Boom! There we go. What is in here? Anything useful? Kick the thing, will you? Okay. It is plugged in. Like, here, look. It's plugged in right here. You can see the wire. The cord's right here. But for some reason, it just keeps messing up. Oh no, water. Great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Hwoarang stage. Yeah, I'm not sure what's messed up. I pray it isn't the wire. Which I don't think it is, because, when it doesn't always do this when I'm playing PS3 games. It just happens to be doing it a lot today. wait, no, don't go back there and get that thing. Boom! Alright, I just need Elisa to not fall in the water. Another wire floating around would be helpful. I think I've got one here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. Okay, good. Sent him into that crate. And there is the move that I fell victim to a lot in Tekken 2. But I love it so much. Oh no, this is Bekto-san. So, the teacher of Hwoarang. How about that? I was close, at least. I really don't want to do all this again, so I hope I beat him in one attempt. Maybe a cheap strategy, but it works. Oh, no. Not against that power kick it does. Well, I was about to try to knock him into the water. I would have been curious what happened. Actually, can you knock the bosses in the water? I actually have no idea. I don't think I've ever tried that. This is... what is this? Is this the Jin cutscene? Yep. So here, I'll go ahead and let the thing charge for a minute while this is playing.
Who are you? I have no business with you. Jean Kazama.
Oh, it doesn't...
You have been warned.
Okay, it doesn't translate it if it's in English. It doesn't show the subtitle on the screen.
6 months have passed since the
That
magic
is
that binds this
Zafina,
place
of course.
and now events are unfolding just as the legend foretold. This world is headed for destruction.
Yeah, they get a majority of the newbies out of the way quickly. You know, they wrap up their stories quicker. The only ones that have lasting stories are Lars and Elisa. Because one of the newbies in this game, Bob, you know, it's a generic name, you know, probably the generic name of generic names. But I don't even remember him being in Tekken 7. He may very well be, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I don't remember him being in the game.
You speak as if you actually know what these ruins hold.
See, I never really used Zafina, so I wouldn't really know that. Yeah, but this is a bit of foreshadowing to the
Answer me.
to the main villain, and you can see the horrified look on her face.
No, but
Now, see, one of the things I would do in Tag 2, just for fun, I would put Tetsujin, or sorry, Mokujin and Combat on a team just to randomly see who I would get, and it was fun to test that sometimes. And then I would occasionally go with a King Armor King combo or a Jinpachi and Heihachi combo. Though what was a little disappointing, whenever I saw Jinpachi on the back cover for Tag 2, what I was really looking forward to was using his Devil ability from Tekken 5 and that he used whenever he was a final boss. And you didn't really get to do that. See, Lisa's journal is there. Okay, Industrial Highway 357. I can't remember who is here. You know what I feel like doing? Let's bust out the underdog Paul again. Because he saved me in that match against Steve, so I want to give him another shot. Let's give him another shot. I can't remember exactly where we're going, or who's here. I mean, I'll probably figure it out once I get a look at the place. But there are some stages, like I said, that don't have a boss for you to recruit, and they're just replaced by an icon. So this may be one of those stages, I don't know. Cannot verify his identity. Wow. I love Paul's dialogue right here. She's like, "Are you even listening to me?" Paul's like, "I don't care. I want to hit stuff." Like this. Man, Paul is actually working out for me. I never thought I would see the day. Whoa! Oh, that is just dirty. What do you do to break the invisible wall? Is there somebody back here? Oh, I didn't even see these guys. Oh, more of you? Boom! Oh, I thought she was about to fly right under the water. Alright, got an item there. Oh, I wanted to try to knock one of them in. Oh, come on, both of them go in, both of them go in. Come on, both of them go in. Please don't knock me in. Oh, no, 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 no. That is not happening today. No! Okay, who needs the water? I thought I was about to fall in for a minute. What is in these? Please don't be just enemies. Weapon. Oh, and there are the enemies. Oh, you brought guns. How cute. I beat a giant bunch of robots and they think that guns are going to do the trick. Come on, Paul. Be smarter than a gun. Try that again. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, is this Hwarang here? Or is there no series boss? Oh, okay, I was about to get mad because I dropped the weapon, but it's transporting me, so I can't use the weapon anyway. Is this Hwarang? I want to see if I'm right. Oh, how about that? I'm right. I'm too awesome to have allies and plans and all that. I work for me. And these two, well, no, not these two. Well, Horang and Steve kind of had a bit of a, I want to say frenemy-ship. You get the point. They were cool with each other, but sometimes they wanted to fight each other. And that kind of started in Tekken 5 and went on. And Elisa's down, of course. It's okay, can Paul be the unlikely hero again? Let's get around here. Wake her up, wake her up, wake her up, wake her up! That wasn't waking her up, Paul. Great, now I gotta do that again. Oh, wait, no I don't. Because he's right here. Okay. Okay, now that's what I was trying to do before. That's what I was trying to do the first time. Yeah, if Elisa dies this time, she's on her own. Whoa, when did you guys get here? Okay, that's more like it. Fool me once. And if you fool me twice, it wouldn't surprise me, in fairness. Okay, what do we got now? Another... Is this another cutscene with Nina and Eddie? And Jen? Looks like. I wonder if she just rammed him into the water.
There you are. You sure you want to let him go?
Ah, 手は打ってある。問題はない。
All right. You need come back. Kazuya will be at headquarters in a few days. That
Yeah,
minx.
we're making pretty good headway through this so far. I think we'll get to maybe as close as Heihachi, and maybe that have to be where we stop. But maybe I'll get lucky and get past it.
全てを動き出した。
Maybe I'll get lucky, who knows. Oh, I didn't realize it was another cutscene. I just kind of pressed start out of habit. Okay, Elisa's AI is now up. Okay, what's here? North Nature Park. Is this Kuma? I think this is Kuma. Expeditions. What? What's this? I'm pretty sure the Nature Park one is Kuma, who I can deal with, but I just want to see what this left side of the map is, because I know there's one or two left over here. Wait, is this Leo? Because I know Leo's map, this might be Leo's map. I remember Leo's map being pretty lengthy and pretty tough. But, you know, Paul Phoenix has been the unlikely hero tonight, so maybe I'll have, you know, a little less of a struggle with it. See, now I'm building up all these unrealistic expectations for Paul that he's just going to destroy in every match. Which he clearly didn't, because he failed to wake up Elisa in that one, and it cost me the match. But I will give it my best shot. See, when he does stuff like that, oh, what would have been his power fist move, but the guy blocked it. Yeah, this is Leo's stage, I'm pretty sure. Controller's acting up. I don't really need the chicken there, but I guess it helps. Yeah, it's Fist of Death, something like that, but I'm not too picky about names. Okay, if you're supposed to be the toughest fighter in the universe, why did you get stunned by that? You went against freaking Ogre. I mean, I know you lost, but you still fought Ogre. Should you really be losing to these guys? Please let there be something in these boxes. Not someone. Thank you. There's probably something like that here, too. Yep, and I ducked, so he didn't get me that time. Okay. Which way? Let's try this. Wait, so does Leo come here, or does the floor collapse? Okay, the floor collapses. I'm guessing it collapses a couple of times until we get to wherever Leo is. And Elisa's dead. It's okay, I can still wake her up. Okay, Paul, he actually did it that time. Instead of abysmally failing like before. Hopefully it won't do that again and cost me this match. And hopefully that's not a foreshadowing. Paul! No, egg, egg. Give me that. And it's gone. And she's dead. Great. And I have barely any health. And I still have barely any health because there's no chicken. Ah! Man, this is a tough stage. Alright, let's try that again. I think if Elisa stayed alive for longer, it definitely would have helped. And if this doesn't work, if Paul doesn't pan out this one, then I'll give him a little bit of a rest, and then I know who I'll try after this. Hint, it's somebody I haven't tried yet. And if Paul does work, then I'll still probably switch it up just for the sake of variety. Boom! Alright. Alright, let's keep on going. Boom! Yeah, sorry, not Fall. Paul has a similar thing with King does with the 4-3, you know, the fist thing. He's got a similar ability there. And with the jump and the punches as well. Not sure how he was still able to fight like that after I broke his hand, but whatever, I'm not going to question it. Oh, Lisa could use some health. Oh, I see a chicken over there. I didn't even try to get that trophy, but it somehow worked. I swear this battery is getting on my nerves. No! No, 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 not right now. Okay, I had to stop that before it got bad. Annalisa's down. And these guys aren't going down either. Okay, good, she woke up. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Ouch. See, that's what makes Elisa so deadly, is those pop-ups. Especially facing her later on in the game is very, very difficult. Grab this chicken first. Whoa! Whoa, what was that? Oh, where'd the chicken go? Oh, that's not right. Chicken just disappeared because something fell on me. Okay, good, it actually got me this time. Yep, Leo. I mean, unless Elisa got that last one, because I noticed her health is a lot more full now. Alright, and she looks to be alone, so... Or he, sorry. Whatever gender Leo is. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, is there anything in these back boxes that I can use? No! Come on, Paul. Paul. Man, that was close. That was close. Ha! I almost had that. You know what? I'm going to do that again, because I almost had that, and I'm going to do that again with Paul. Mainly because I don't want to go through all those loading screens again, having to switch characters. He was close in that last round. Come on, I got this. Boom! Alright, that'll be a habit. Alright, let's go. You out of the way. Yeah, his grabs were really helping out in the last go-around. Yeah, I'm surprised. Before this, I really didn't have a whole lot of faith in Paul, because he never really panned out for me that well. And I just had to rely on, one set of moves whenever I used him. But he's panning out for me now. No! Controller messing up again. Why? Oh, ouch. Boxes aren't helping. Okay, so I think if I wait for him, then it'll work better. That didn't work as well as I thought it would. But he didn't do any damage. Well, any lasting damage. That one did a little bit, but I don't think it was too detrimental. Oh boy. Alright, there's another grab. Chicken, energy drink, give me this. Okay, come on, I can do this. I can do this. Elisa hasn't died once yet, although she's pretty close. No, this is not the time for the battery to mess up. Hold on a minute. Okay, hang on, something just popped up on my monitor. Okay, there we go. No, why is it doing this to me? I hate this controller sometimes. Oh no. So help me if I get killed by that. Oh, at least it's probably gonna die here. I don't need double points. Egg, you punk. Got some eggs here. Some more over here. Chicken. Give it to me. You! Oh, Lisa. Elisa, Elisa, Elisa. Well, I mean, she's at least healed now. Okay, watch out for the boxes this time. Maybe I can get some health of my own. Okay, watch out. I'm scared those boxes are going to drop at literally any moment. It still took away a chunk of health that I would have preferred not to lose. Alright, come on, I can do this. Round 2. Please be something useful in here. Oh, okay, I'll take it. Boom! Yeah, these fallen boxes are definitely not helping. Lisa's still alive. So if I die, then it's all over. No! Those boxes are ticking me off. No! Ooh, okay, good. Whatever attack that was, it missed. Good. And that's a long stage, so I really don't want to do that again. Okay, so that is Leo. Probably not going to use Leo at all, if I'm being honest. North Nature Park. Is this Kuma? If this is Kuma, I'm not sure if it is or not, but if it is, then I want to switch to Heihachi because I'm pretty sure there's some unique dialogue here. Although that might be Kuma up there in the top right. Actually, what is that one? If I can go ahead and see. Secret Underground Passage. No, that's Raven, I'm pretty sure. That's Raven, I believe. Okay, who's here? Oh, yep, Kuma is here. Heihachi's like, was? That bear will always be my slave. Having to fight a bunch of little bears. Alright, just run into this one. Alright, I've made pretty good headway through this. Actually, I might get past Heihachi. Or Heihachi's stage. That is if this battery life thing doesn't keep screwing me up. Oh. Why did that just happen? Hey, Cybernetic. Yep, now we're in the Kuma stage. Heihachi gets to knock some sense into his pet. Let's take this weapon. This is my bear discipline stick. Wherever Kuma actually is. I have to give my hat off, by the way, to the people that know how to use Kuma, like, strategically and competitively. Other than just, spamming that, the one down move where he flings you up into the air. Other than spamming those two moves, people that can legitimately use Kuma have my respect, because, I certainly can't. Boy, there's another weapon up that way. So let's go ahead and fend these guys off so we don't get killed. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's fend these guys off. Oh, not like that. Though I will admit, while Kuma may not have been the easiest character for me to use, he certainly had some of the most hysterical endings in the entire series. Most notably, his endings to Tekken 4 and 5. At least it just got slung into the air. Alright, I'm pretty sure Kuma's right here. So let me go back and grab that other weapon. Whose ending? What do you mean? Oh, Kuma's endings to Tekken 4 and 5. Sorry, I just hit the mic by accident. Do you have any idea what I've been through? It's time you died! Alright, no, I don't want to attack the bears! Well, I mean, I want to attack a bear, but not those bears! Bad Kuma! Just get the newspaper, roll it up. Bad, bad, stay, no, good boy. No, bad, bad, bad. Chicken! No! No! Man, I got denied the chicken. Oh, that would have saved me. Man! Hey, Austin, how's it going? Yeah, I think I just figured that out. Plus, they can give you health, which I just got completely denied. Got completely ripped off. Alright, round 2. I always found these bears really annoying to fight just because of how small they are. There goes the connection again. You know what, fine, Elisa, you take care of that one. That one's bothering me. Okay, nothing there. Alright, let's tackle these next ones. Yeah, this is about where I was hoping we would be at this point. I'm hoping we'll get to Heihachi's point. You know, that can probably be where we call it. Though I cannot remember all that's in between. I know we have Raven Stage, which is the Underground Passage. And then Heihachi Stage is either right after that or pretty soon after that. Oh, that worked for Heihachi. It definitely did. Okay, well, there's another weapon up there. I know that now, so I'll go ahead and attack these. Wait, what? I was gonna say, how did I drop it? And I guess he barely hit me, but it didn't look like it. See, that one I noticed, but the other one I didn't. Back. No, I missed. Okay. One thing I don't actually know the answer to. I'm hoping somebody can help me out. Whenever you customize your characters in that menu, if you customize Elisa, do her customizations stick whenever she's your partner, or does she just go back to how she is now? If anyone happens to know that. Oh, they stick? Okay. Okay. I didn't actually know that. Let me go back and get the weapon. Alright, if I have stat increasing items, then I'll customize her. But if I don't, then well, I guess I'll just have to keep soldiering through. Oh no! No! Why'd you drop the weapon? Bad boy, get away from me. Well, at least it's down now. No! Get away from me! Get off me! Egg, egg, egg. These things are so small, it's hard to hit them. Chicken. No! Whoa! How did one little bear do that? Get away from me. Boom! Oh no. Ah, I knew I was going to regret that one. Oh, pick up the weapon. Ah! Nope. Where's Elisa? Where's Elisa? Where's Elisa? Where's Elisa? I couldn't find her. I couldn't find her. I was looking for her to wake her up, but I couldn't find her. Okay, yeah. Alright, that's a good idea. I'm gonna go customize Elisa. I couldn't find her to wake her up. I just really hope those customizations don't stick whenever you fight her, because that would be really bad. Okay, customize. Let's see. Do we have any stat increasing items? Where is she? Lisa. I'm coming up on 3 million Gs, so... These don't do anything. And these don't. They just change the color. Oh, it's equipping? Oh, okay, I get it now. I get it now. Alright. I was confused there for a minute. Fire, 25, 30. Freeze an opponent while attacking. I'm gonna go with fire. Glasses. More fire. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, increase attack. Thunder. Increases attack. Increases health. I'm definitely taking that. She is really squishy in the beginning, so I want to get her health up as much as I can. Increases defense. I mean, I can't get anything else, so I may as well. It's 1% more than I didn't have. Yeah, I mean, it's the only one I have, so I might as well use it. Feet. Increases attack. Nullifying opponent. Increases defense. Increases defense. And increases health. Okay, I am taking the health. Alright, so I have the health meter increase. Wait, no. I thought I majorly messed that up for a minute. Okay, oh, I can only have 4 attributes, okay. Here, let's take that one off. Okay, we'll keep that one. Keep that one. Where was the health? Where was her other one? Arms. Was it upper body? Okay, it was health by 19. So let me get rid of that and use the one that's 30. Or 36. Okay, and got that one there. Are there any other attributes I can equip? I've already got... Okay, should I do attack by 45% or thunder by 16%? What do you guys think? Because I've got the nullifying already. So should I do thunder or attack? I'm gonna let you guys be the judge of that one. Either have attack by 45% or thunder by 16. I mean, I know thunder is a good move, that's why I'm asking. I'll do this. Alright, so I have fire, attack, nullify elemental, and health meter. And what was on the head? Let me make sure that thing saves. Actually, how does it save? Let me just make sure it did. So let me go here into the player 2 model, and then I'll load the player 1 model. So please tell me that's saved. Okay, good, it did. And let's customize Heihachi while we're here. Or I'll customize this player 2 model. Head, what does he have? Elemental attack, fire. I will definitely take the fire. Oh, that looks ridiculous. Increases defense. I mean, I'll take it because it's the only one here. He looks ridiculous. What is this? Okay, feet, health. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take that one. I mean, they're better for now while I have nothing, but more than likely I'll get better items. You know, I'll keep the head item I have, and increase attack by 24. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, I guess these will be good. I don't know what that thing is on Heihachi's head. And then the last one I'll customize is King. Wherever King is. There he is. So I'll customize King and then we'll head back to Kuma. Attack, health trigger, attack. Since King is a physical character, let's go the attack for him. Arms, health trigger, rage. I mean, there's nothing else there, so I might as well while I have nothing. Yeah, don't really have a whole lot for King. Do I have anything for Armor King, I wonder? Do I have anything for him? Let's see, I have... Okay. I'll go with defense for an elemental attack there. Ah! What does this look like? You know what? I don't even know if I'm going to use, Armor King and the harder one, so I'll save him until I get some better stuff. Though I will put that on him. I will put that. Increases the health meter by 68. I mean, I'd be a fool not to take that. And I think that's it. Actually, no, Brian. Brian, I'll look at Brian. And then I'll be done. Then I'll go back to Kuma. Okay, let's see what we have. I don't really need that, but yeah, that won't really do anything. Attack Thunder, attack Ice. I'll go with Thunder. Thunder again. Okay. Alright. And I don't need that, and don't need that. Alright, back to the fight. Oh, crap. I didn't pick the customized Heihachi, I picked the regular one. So I gotta go back and switch that. The Elisa looks a lot better. Elisa's stats look a lot better. Okay, character select. Look at how ridiculous he looks. Oh. Heihachi was how I actually beat this the first time. He was the character I used the most and that I customized the most and the one that I actually beat Azazel with. So, I've got faith in him. And the stage that I was stuck on for the longest time, the Mishima Zaibatsu Tower, he was the one that got me through there. But what is this attire he has going on right now? Alright, this is already much, much better. much, much better. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, come on, grab the bear. No, we'll just kill him. I mean, either way works. Look at that bear laughing. He's like, yes, yes, I beat Heihachi Mishima. It's like, I think not. He looks ridiculous, but it's working. Of course, I say that and then gets disarmed by both of the bears. At least it only takes one hit to kill him with the staff. I'm starting to think maybe I should have done this on my, actual account just so I could use whatever characters I wanted to. Because the one that I'm using here is just like an extra account, for stream data. I'm starting to think maybe I just should have used my other account to do this. That way I could just use whoever I wanted to. And I could replay the missions. Alright, let me go back and grab that other weapon. Controller again, so help me. Lisa's not looking too good on health. And there he goes again. That's just how I customized him, Clam, because it increased a lot of his abilities, and it's just helping me. It's just helping me win the fight. Okay, good. Kuma down. I mean, it looks like he has a snail on top of his head. A snail with a ribbon. Hey, the weird fashion sense worked out. And Elisa survived. Is this Asuka up here? Or is this one of those stages where there's no boss? I guess I'll keep using this version of Heihachi. Oh, what is this? Oh no! Ganryu? Oh. You're never gonna see me use this guy. I'm sorry, but I hate Ganryu. He is just one of the weirdest characters, and honestly, one of the worst characters in the Tekken franchise. I mean, I say weird and look at how Heihachi is dressed. I mean, maybe I'm not one to talk in terms of a fashion sense, but I never liked Ganryu. At all. I hated him with a passion. Speak of the devil. You know, Elisa, you're welcome to help me. Oh, you better not lose, Heihachi. Lisa was going to town with him. Whoa, where did those guys come from? Chicken. No, I don't want to worry about that thing. Just leave it be. Come on. Get out of here. What are all these things like? They look like nuns. Okay, I think I just saw Gonryu back there. Whoa, we have Raiden wannabes now. Raiden wannabes. Oh boy, they don't have thunder powers. Or electricity powers, you get the point. That would be bad. Okay, I have 7 swings left with this thing. And there's Gonryu back there. Okay, I need the Raiden wannabes to get off my tail. You know, controller, it would help if you didn't mess up on me. Oh, wait, he's running away again? Please tell me I'm gonna get some more health. Thank you. Oh, wait, never mind. Elisa got all of it. Whoa, another one. Maybe I can take down another one for some health. Or I can just get completely nailed. Chicken! Oh, great. Wow, I am humiliated. No, there was chicken right there! Ah! Alright, round 2. Oh. I really do hate Gonryu. I don't even know why I'm playing this stage. Well, I mean, I kind of have to progress the story, but if this wasn't mandatory, then I would avoid it. Because I truly couldn't care if Gonryu was in a Tekken game or not. Thank you, Elisa. Oh, why did you just stop all of a sudden? He just stopped in his tracks. Tell me I'm not the only one who saw that. Heihachi was gonna run toward him, he was doing a charge, and he just stops in his tracks. Lisa, stop taking my health. See, that's what I wanted him to do before, and he didn't. Okay, you know what? Get back off. Can Elisa stop getting all the health, please? You know, because I need some of that too. Okay, thank you. Oh no, we got Raidens now. We got Raidens. Okay, got him. Should only take 3 hits to kill him. Chicken, mine, Elisa. Thank you. That is mine too. Ah! Come on, I got this. Oh, you're running away. Oh, great. Now I don't have a staff anymore. Oh, she took some of the health, but at least I got some of it. So she's at full health. Whoa! And I'm at some of it. Actually, if I don't get too close to those sumo guys, I don't think they move. Just keep doing this. And it... Well, it kind of worked, but I got outnumbered. Actually, you know what I'm going to try? You know what I'm going to try? Thought occurs. Thought occurs. Thought occurs here. I mean, what are you just going to do, Aaron? Are you just going to Hadouken everything? I want to try something. I want to customize Lars. Do I have any big health items with him? Health meter by 40, yes, okay, good. So, what I'm thinking... Actually, how much is Heihachi's meter increased by? How much is his meter increased by? His is increased by nothing, apparently. Oh, wait a minute. Why don't I just use this thing? Whoa! Okay. Oh, nice. The Firefox add-ons work? Nice. Where's the thing that does fire damage? That does it by 20. So let's dequip that. And equip this one. Because it does 34. His doesn't have any health increasing items, does it? Doesn't look like. Nope. Alright, so... I got two ideas here. Since Elisa's health is so high, what I'm thinking about doing is probably using Lars here, because I just did something that brought his health up a lot. So two characters with really high health, that'll probably help. And if that doesn't work, maybe I'll try it in reverse. Okay, let's see how this works. Alright, let's see how we can work with this. Whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, if all else fails, maybe I'll try customizing Paul, because he seemed to work. Paul's been the unlikely hero for tonight. Maybe Lars can either join him at that table, or I'll have to bust out Paul again. Well, I did a lot of damage to that one. Okay, yeah, run away, run away. Okay, good, I got that health. And the controller, again. You know what, maybe I'll save. I'll try and save the staff for Ganryu. Well, like the actual time you fight him in the tent. I'll try and save it for that. Alright, boom! Lars, there you go. Got him there. Alright, get these Raiden wannabes out of here. Oh, man. Alright, I kind of want... Okay, yeah. I actually wanted Elisa to get that one because she was almost dead. Controller, come on, work with me. Kind of want Elisa to get this. Oh, well, not all of it. Jeez. Hogging everything. Okay, I know Ganryu's like right in there. At least I believe. But yeah, you gotta fight him one more time. Come on. He's dropping nothing. Great, so I'll probably have to use her as a meat shield. Wait, I can probably get some health off of this guy. Well, I got some, but I think she still got in my way. Okay. See if this will actually work. And I... Oh! help if I die! You know, he was just going all for me. I couldn't really do much. Alright, let's try that again. That was working. That was working. Let's try that again. Really? I'm using the D-pad. Whoa, I think one just came in from behind me. Oh man, he tackled me. Okay, yeah, run away, go ahead. Alright, I just gotta deal with his buddies. I didn't want to go over there while the controller was messing up. Okay, I have a majority of my health and she has almost none. Fantastic. So if I can get any health off this guy, I'll try to let her have it. And she's dead. And she knocks me into it. Or he knocks me into it. And he knocks me into that one too. Wait, who knocked me there? I can't see. Great, now she's dead both times, and I barely have any health. Get out of here, you Raiden wannabe. I'm trying to get this freaking controller to stop beeping. What is going on with this thing? Okay, there we go. Oh! Great. If I manage to pull this off, then all is right with the world. She's just gonna take up siesta over here. I may try Phoenix again if this isn't crap. I forgot about this. And he's over here. I'm done. Well, now the controller is actually working, because for a couple seconds there it was beeping off. Alright, I might try the Phoenix plan. See if that can work for me. I'll customize him, see if he can work. Though I don't know how good the items will be. Okay, let's see what Paul has. I don't want them. I don't want the value items. That doesn't do anything. Item drop rate. I'll take that. Fire, fire. I'll take the 28 in fire damage. Oh, I thought that just, Oh, okay, so, yeah, I suppose I'll go ahead and equip that then. Wait. If it helps do that, then I'll equip them. Already did that. Attack by 20. I will definitely take that. Wait, why does it only say I have 4 things? I thought I could have 5 things equipped at one time. I'm confused. Oh, wait. Okay, so I have the attack. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Oh, wait, no, I only had 4. Okay, I think... Alright, I think that was that. I don't think I had a 5th one, actually. I suppose this will be the best I can do. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's character select. Will Phoenix come through again? That is the question. He's come through twice so far tonight. Can he come through a 3rd time? Okay. Expelled from the sumo world. Ah, I hate those rolls. Well, I'm already seeing more chickens, so I'm happy about that. Oh no, 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 no. Sorry, something popped up on my computer and now the thing's not working. Now the thing's not working! Why is he not moving? Okay, yeah, you run away. Okay, looks like that drop rate thing is working. Whoa, I'm getting outnumbered here. Okay. Oh, she got that, but I'm not entirely mad about that because she did need it. No! I'm mad about that, though. The thing just stopped again. Grab the weapon back here. Okay, I think we're both at our full health. And there's one more wave we gotta get through. She hasn't died yet. Keyword yet. What just happened there? She did a tackle and I got affected by it. Oh, I think I had the punch going there, but he blocked it. Give me this. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Boom! Ah! It's all out of salt. No! If they outnumber me, I can't do anything. I barely have any health. I think Paul will be my best shot. I don't remember having nearly as much trouble with this one. You know, it may help to attack him, and not just sit there. have to invest in a new PS3 controller. I really have to. Because I don't know why it's messing up this much. I feel like if it wasn't, I'd probably be playing a lot better. I'm not trying to use that as an excuse, but I genuinely feel that I would be playing a lot better if it wasn't for that thing. He should be done already. The weapon is still here, but I don't have a lot of health. No, the controller. Chicken saved me, but at least it died. Hey, you get this chicken. She has a little more health than me, but... Whoa, he's going for me. He's going for me. Okay, he's running away. Okay, there's one guy left. Just get him already. He shouldn't be... He should be dead already! And she took all the freaking health again. Now I'm probably not gonna have a shot here because she just took all the health and she's probably gonna die. If I don't die... Did that really just happen? Did that really just happen? Not a happy person right now. You guys can laugh at that all you want to. Wait, do I have a weapon yet? I do not. So the weapon is not going to appear this time? Oh, that's nice. Oh, wait, no, it's right here. Okay. I got really scared for a minute. Okay, well, I blocked it with the very least. Controller, come on! I'm talking as if it can hear me. Ah, come on, no, I got stunned. Elisa's running out of health. Okay, I'm at full, and she's at barely any. Okay, you know what? Screw this thing. I'm not worried about the whole controller thing anymore, because it's probably going to mess me up right here, and I'll probably die before I even get to the thing. Because I was worried about having that in, and I lost plenty of chances to get a fight. Yeah, I'm invested in a new PS3 controller. I think it's something to do with the top here, like with the back of the top where you put in the cord. I think that's where something is wrong. Oh no, to the high kick instead of the low kick. Whoa, Elise! Really? Elisa? Well, I did have it plugged into the PS3 to charge. Now I'm having a minute with it out. Well, it's a wired one. You hook one end into the PS3 and the other end goes into the controller. Same mess was happening during my Jack and Daxter stream. Though it didn't happen during the Spider-Man one, so I don't know why it's messing up here. In fact, I don't recall having any controller issues with the Spider-Man stream. That kick is doing a good bit of damage. Yep, I'm using the wireless controller. It's the only one I've got. Oh, no, I meant Spider-Man 3. When I was doing it. Spider-Man 3. Because that was on PS3. And I had no problems with the PS3 controller then. I stopped again. And she's already been killed. One time anyway. How many of these things are there? really wish Paul had some health increasing items. Great! Now she's out, and I'm probably gonna get killed. Because... he's blocking, like, so many of the attacks! Yeah, I am done with Phoenix. I am done with Phoenix. Actually, since I've given Elisa a lot of good gear... I don't know. I don't know if I picked up any good items for Paul. I may go back to Heihachi. Okay, I'll just go to Heihachi then. Did I pick up anything else for him? Oh, nope, not that. I can't... there aren't anything that you can purchase with... say, you can't purchase any stat increasing items, can you? What did King have? Did I put a value item on Elisa? I don't know. Let me look. Looks like I got some of this for. Randomly inflicts an additional fire damage. Take that. Wait, why are none of her attributes equipped? Oh wait, no, this isn't the one I customized. Okay, I was about to get really upset. Fire, I'm keeping the health. Attack by 45. I mean, I'm wondering if it might not be better for me to just try to use Elisa. Because she's got so much good gear, but I'll probably just stick with, you know, one of my two mains. Does King have anything new? No, but what did he have before? Attack by 34. No, he didn't have any health items. I know Armor King did. Let's see if he got any new items. Because I put a health item on Armor King before. Oh. Well, that would make a lot of sense. I don't know why I was thinking that. So, that being the case, let's see if Paul got anything good. Okay, he got some new stuff. Wait, what? Item drop rate by 73. Okay, I'll take that one. Wait. What else is there? Take Thunder. Okay, there's the 5th attribute. That's the only thing I can do with head. Increases attack by 54. I'm gonna go with that. Where was the thing that increases attack by 20? I'll go ahead and ditch that. Increase attack by 54. Elemental attack. Item drop rate. Let's just head. I thought I had a 5th thing. I suppose I can try this. I don't think I have any nullifying abilities for Paul. Any nullifying abilities? I have that, but I think I need the attack more here. Be good for some health increasing items, but nope. Yeah, I saw the highlight. Ah, I tried to jump, but he hit me right at the last minute. I tried to jump over the guys. Oh, I didn't want to switch targets. I don't know why it did it automatically. Suppose I'll go ahead and get him while he's here. Yeah, go ahead, run away. whatever this thing is out of the way. Okay, well, this could be worse. This could be much worse. Okay, I don't know why that attacked, because I was holding the back button to block. Okay, good. That stopped them somehow. Okay, there's that thunder. There's another item. Okay, so I'm going good so far. No, don't use that. I didn't have nearly as much trouble with this. Yes, I stopped them! For all the good it did there. Okay, let me bring this back. Doing good so far. Doing good. No, 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 no! Alright, so she has not died once. She's not died once. Ah! Oh, man! Whoa, whoa, big guy. Chicken, give it to me. Okay. Oh, no, please don't drop the weapon. Oh, no, 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 no. Are these all the sumo guys that come in? Like, if you beat all of them, are they done? Nope, guess not. Stop blocking! Come on, he's almost beat! Get off! Thank you. Whew. Whew. That took way too long. That took way too long. Okay, I know we had said that we'd probably get to Heihachi, but you know what? I want to end that on a high note. I'll take a couple minutes to answer any questions you guys may have. But I don't want to damage that streak. We ended good, so we'll carry that high on to next week. And we may finish then, who knows. There won't be as many cutscenes in the beginning this time, because that's what the first 25 minutes or so was cutscenes. So there won't be nearly as much of that. Whew. I don't remember having nearly as much trouble with that as I did before. If anything, that was one of the easier ones for me. And the one I always struggled with was the Steve one, and I got that done fairly quickly. But yeah, that's about, half the map, I'd say, and then you have the other half that goes down here. And then Azazel that goes way over here into the sand. Alright, Aaron, I'll check the Discord after we end it here. I do want to go ahead and mention that not this coming weekend, but the next weekend, so May 24th through the 26th, I've got a special event planned. And I'm going to drop what it is during next week's stream. So I hope you guys can stick around for that, because it's something that I've been working toward, and it's going to be the biggest event I've done. So I'll say what it is during next week's stream, so that gives you a couple days. And it's going to be a long event, so you guys will have plenty of time to come in. If you can't make it at a certain time, there's going to be plenty of time for you guys to come in. Let's get some character select music in while we're closing out here. Let's get some character select music in. So we unlocked about all those characters. Yeah, no way am I using Ganru. He kicked my tail, so maybe I should consider using him. But no, thank you. No, thank you. Not my person. But yeah, that was a good run through about the first half of it. We didn't get as far as I was hoping we would, but we still managed to get far enough, and ending on that high, I'm proud of myself. I may stick with Paul, because he's been the unlikely hero 3 times in a row now. It took him a couple tries in order to get to that point, especially during the Ganryu thing, but it managed to work. We got through a little under halfway, so we should be able to finish the second half during the next stream. And then is that big weekend stream I just mentioned, so I hope you guys will stick around for that. Thank you for sticking around tonight. We had a couple of viewers come in for the first time. We had Guy and Ike come in, another Discord associate of mine. We've talked before on several things, and Cyber, you've been a pretty consistent viewer. Thank you for the constant viewership. It's appreciated. I always try to repay the favor as much as I can. And yeah, so I think I'm going to call it here. We ended on a pretty good note tonight. We had a lot of roadblocks in between, but I'm happy with where we ended. So thank you guys for coming out. We will continue the Tekken 6 scenario campaign next week. So I'll see you guys there. You have a good night.